How's it going, guys? D-Man here, back with a new video. It's been a while, but today we're going to be doing something that I've been trying to do for a little bit, um, and I finally found how. So this video will be doing custom maps into Bedrock Edition, and you'll need a few things. You'll need the console version of Minecraft if you are using a console. Um, you'll you'll need this. You'll also need a realm, and then from there you'll also need either Minecraft on your phone or on your computer. I'll be using Minecraft on my computer for this one, but if you have it on your phone, it'll most likely work the same way. So the first step is pretty simple. So on your console, what you're going to need to do is you're going to find the world that you want to put the map on, and from there, you're going to want to add it to the realm. And now for the realm, you can just use something plain and simple with just like a two-player realm to do this. Um, in this case, that's what I'm using. So from here, I have the city world that I want to put this map on. I'm going to go play on realms. I'm going to add it to the realm I want to play on, and then from there, I'm going to choose the slot. And depending how big your world is, it will affect how long it will take to transfer. But once it transfers, you'll be doing the next step. Alright, so the next step is go to the website on your computer or phone. I recommend the computer so you can see everything. But from here, again, this will be linked into the description. From here, you're going to want to upload an image. In this case, I already have one uploaded. It's a picture of a pancake, which you'll see in a few seconds. From there, you're going to want to give the image a name, and this will be the name that you type into Minecraft when you bring it in there. So I'd make it short, simple. From there, you have area. And so area, again, as it says right here, again, each map is 128 by 128. So you're going to have, it starts by 1, which is going to be just a one map by one map, or in your Minecraft world, 128 by 128 blocks. So, the smaller map that you have, like a 1 by 1, it takes up less space in your world, but it's less detailed. But then you go all the way to a 4 by 4. It's gonna be a much bigger map. You're gonna have better detail, but again, it takes up a lot of space. And so depending on how detailed your image is, again, this is up to you. You choose the size of the map that you want. And there are other options here that you can go 2 by 1 or 2 by 3, and those are for longer or taller images. And so in this case, this image here is a square. So if I were to make it as a 2 by 1 or 2 by 3 or 1 by 3, it will stretch or compress the image and make it look a bit distorted. So I will show that as well. But for once you choose the area that you like, we're just going to go 1 by 1 so we can see what happens. For the palette, I just recommend keeping it the same, but up to you, you can change it. For the algorithm here, this is what's going to be choosing what blocks to put on the image. For the 3D option, I usually keep it off, but again, you can, as it says here, you can have additional lighter and darker shades of the colors using the y-axis, and you can turn that on. And finally, for the coordinates, you can, once you get into the worlds, you can paste this and it will go right to these certain coordinates. And so you can turn that on as well, but I'd recommend just keeping it off, plain and simple. Now, from here, once you have all your items selected that you want to select, you're going to want to hit process. And that's going to process the image. Now, if you click on converted, it will show you the image. Now, again, this is a 1 by 1 map with the default given algorithm. And so it's a bit pixelated, it's a bit small. So if we just hit OK, and we go back to edit, we can change it. My recommendation for this image would be a 2 by 2. And we're going to hit process image here. From here, it's a bit bigger, but some more detail, which is nice. We're going to hit X back, and from there, we're going to go back to edit and actually edit the algorithm. So if we go to none, there's going to be a lot of less detail. It's going to be very flat in some areas. Not all, but some areas. And so if you like this, you can choose this as your algorithm. Now this is completely opinion based here. So you go back to edit, go back to and go to a different one. And again, each one just changes it slightly, basically just the texture of the image. And so again, completely up to you what you want to add. But I'm going to be sticking to the default one. But just in case, we're going to show you the last one right here, as you can see. But for now, we're going to stick with the default image. And I'm going to just change it to a slightly different aspect ratio. So we're going to do 2:3 instead. We're going to hit process. As you can see, it stretched my image vertically. But again, if some images you might like it stretched or compressed, depending on what you want to use it for. Me personally, we've been using it for putting memes into Minecraft. So, anyways, we're going to go back to 2:2 and just hit process. And again, this is what we have. This is what it looks like here. From here, we're just going to hit save just in case. And then to actually create the add-on, we're going to be naming it. So in this case, we're just going to name it Pancake. Plain and simple. And from there, you can add a description, up to you. You don't need to. And from here, you're going to just hit write function. And it's going to give you a download link here. So you're going to download it, and it'll be downloading a Minecraft pack that you can then import into Minecraft.
Alright, so the next step is pretty simple. All you have to do is actually bring the file into your game. So for PC, it's pretty simple. Just have to go to Files and double tap the actual add-on. And the same thing goes for your phone. Just go to the files. Once you download it, hit open, and you should be able to open it into Minecraft, and it will start downloading and be added to your storage on there.
Alright, so now we are currently on Minecraft Bedrock on the PC, on the computer. We're going to go to play. From there, we're going to go onto the realm. We're going to edit and go to the world itself. Here's the exact same world I had on console that's now on the realm. We're going to go to, I believe it's behavior packs, as you can see. There's already been some other ones. Well, the one that we see here, Pancake, we're going to activate that one. And there it is, added to the world here. And there's no resource for it. It's just the behavior pack. As you can see, there's nothing else here. So once we add the behavior pack, we're going to go play on the realm. We're going to save changes, and it's going to load us into the realm here. And once you go into there, you're going to want to find a place in the world to paste the map in. This is mainly for creative. If you want to do this in survival, the website does have a survival function. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll be able to find links there to how to do that. And another thing I also want to mention is that this works for multiple different pictures. So you can add, this adds a whole mod, right? So you can add multiple pictures and then export it as a mod. Instead of having just to do one picture at a time, you can do multiple pictures at once. So here we're on the city world right now, as you can see. And I already have some maps in my hand. I haven't opened them up yet. However, over here in the world, you can also see all the pictures that we've been doing. So if I fly over to an empty area, it's going to fly right past all of the maps that we've already made, as you can already see. And again, these are just one-by-one maps, so these do take up a good amount of space, as you can see. And especially with the map that we're about to paste in, which is a 2x2 map, this map is going to be, 2 times bigger than all these. Anyways, so once you find an area that you can actually build in, you're going to go over to the corner. This will be pasting on the top left corner, so just be careful when you're doing that. The first step is to open up the map and just load the area in. Now once you do that, head to that corner. And what you're going to do is you're going to open up chat and type in /function and the name here. And in this case, the name, like we said, we already named it pan. So pan, we're going to do pan/1. And it's going to open up the first one. And not only will it open up the first one, it will also teleport us to the next section. So all we have to do now is go back into chat. We're going to want to go up just go to our previous message and just type in 2. And there you go. So I just typed in our second map here. And it's also marked by this glowstone, so if you do forget where you went, you could go back and edit it. Anyway, so we can just load in this forest portion here, and from there we can go to the next map, which is all the way over here. We're going to open up this second area, and once it's open, we're going to head back to right where this glowstone is. Now we're going to go and do the next portion, which is 3. And our next portion again, which is 4. And so here we are. As you can see, it's actually teleported us to the corner. So now we can actually continue. Again, you can open up this map. We're going to type in 5. And we're going to type in 6. And finally open up this last map here. We're going to do 7. And we are going to do 8. So now if you want, be suggested to, you want to go just load up all the maps. Make sure they're all completely loaded in. Make sure you go to each corner, make sure everything's all loaded up. Things do take some time to load in, so if I were you, instead of doing it the way that I did, just make sure each corner of the map is loaded up before you do the next portion, right? So after we have all that, they're all put in. As you can see, if I fly upwards, it's in the world here. It's much bigger than all the other ones. And what we can go do now is if we go fly back over, we can actually go back to the world map and place everything in. And what I'd suggest in this case is if you're going to be on a world where a lot of other people are playing on, I'd recommend using some glass panes to name the maps, and then also protect them from being griefed. I'm not going to do that just for now, but actually here, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just do this, and we can just take these out. I'm not going to name them, I'm just going to show them here. Alright, so the first corner is here. Here. Second corner is there. Third corner is here, and finally is here. And so there you go. You now have the map into your world. And if it's the case that you only play Bedrock on PC or your phone, then honestly, there's nothing, you don't need to do anything else. You don't even have to put this on a realm. You can just put this on a regular world and do it from there. However, if you are on console, you will have to do this extra step. And we're going to cut to that right now. Alright, so now we are back on PlayStation, back on console version, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back to realms. We're going to go edit the realm. And in this case, again, the world that we're looking at right now is the world that we were just on computer. What we can do is we go down to behavior packs, and we can actually go ahead and disable that pack. We no longer need it. We're just going to continue. If you want to be safe, you can download it. I suggest to, but if it doesn't really matter too much, just hit continue. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to go to General, and from there, you're going to want to download your world. So what this does is you have Realm, a world on the Realm that you want to put back on your console. Just hit download. It'll take a little bit longer than putting it on the Realm, but once this is done loading, you'll have the world from the Realm back onto console. So we're just going to hit download, and we're just going to let that go through now. Alright, so once it's done loading, just hit let's go, and you can actually just get all the way back. Just go back to your worlds. And here it is here. And so here you will have to change the name back to whatever world that you have, but we're just going to check real quick. I believe it might still have it. Yeah, it does. You can just remove it from here. That's fine. And they will just appear back here. So you have Pancake, and there's some other ones. Actually, not on here, but you can always add it back to add it to a different place in your world if you need to. But from here, again, this is just on your regular console world, so we're just going to load it up. And when we load this up here, you'll have the map right on console now. And again, the only time that you'll need the realm is if you are on console playing, Minecraft on here. But if you do have Minecraft for the PC or phone, and you don't and you don't have a console, then you don't even need the realm. You can just do it from a world. Still use the website to make the map art, of course, but then just add the add-on to the world and place it in just like we did it on the realm. But as you can see here, I'm on the world and I have all the maps here, and there you go. The image is right there. So I hope you guys liked this. If it was helpful or not. If there's any questions, please let me know, and comment down below, and I'll answer as quickly as I can. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you back on City World soon. Peace out.